Welcome to Juice Crypto Talks. My name's Xavier. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe to follow for more content. Want to make this video for you guys today. In today's video, we're actually going to be speaking on VPNs, and the reason why we're going to be speaking on VPNs today is because there's a lot of exchanges that we cannot get on when it comes to the United States, because the United States has some crazy regulations when it comes to a lot of these exchanges, such as we can't access Binance, we can't access QB Global or OKX, and there's many other exchanges that we can't access. And it's going to get really harder to access these certain exchanges if you live in the United States, folks. So right now, I actually don't have the VPN right now, and that's why it's saying Binance.com is unavailable for your region. But once you turn that VPN on, you're actually able to get onto Binance. Now, before we get into all the VPNs and stuff like that, I want to talk about Binance really quick, okay? If you're looking to use Binance, not Binance.us, there is a way that you can get on there if you create an account. The issue is this. Once you create your account for Binance, you have to make sure that you're connected to a VPN. If you mess that step up, it's going to filter to show that your IP address is in the United States, and then you will not be able to access that Binance account. The only way you'll be able to access that Binance account is you have to move to another country and get residency, and you got to prove that you have residency in another country, like a utility bill. They're going to ask you to send that in before they give you access back to your Binance account. So one of my main goals this year or next year is actually to move out of the United States. Currently, I do live in Puerto Rico, but that is still part of the U.S. territory. And I want to get out of the United States so I can actually take advantage of Binance and not have to deal with using a VPN anymore. So there's two exchanges that have this issue. The next one is OKX. OKX, you're not able to get onto this exchange without having a VPN. This is portraying to the United States. So if you live in the United States, you should already know that Binance, OKX, QB Global, and this other FTX.us, which no one cares about FTX anymore because that went under. But those weren't able to actually be used without a VPN. You could only use Binance.us, FTX.us. You can use other ones. You can use KuCoin for now, but I don't know how long KuCoin and Gate.io is going to be unregulated for the United States. I think those two exchanges are going to be the next to actually be taken off, and we won't be able to use those. So folks, I encourage you guys, if you have the opportunity to go to another country and set up a bank account, I advise you, not financial advice, but I advise you to do this, especially if you live in the United States, because regulation is getting very hard here, and it's going to come a point where I truly believe that we won't be able to purchase cryptocurrency soon with debit cards with certain banks here, such as Bank of America, Chase, JP Morgan. Once the central bank digital currency rolls out in the United States, they're going to shut down crypto payments for debit cards, folks. I encourage you guys to prepare for this because it's coming, okay? Now, not financial advice, but we're already seeing it in other countries such as Canada, Nigeria, Russia. They rolled out, and Australia, they have rolled out their central bank digital currency and are putting pressure on the banks to cancel crypto payments for their clients. So it is coming. So let's get into the VPN part. The first VPN I want to talk to you about that I use actually is called NordVPN. It's actually one of my favorite VPNs to use. I've been using this VPN for more than 5 years now. It's been listed, also it's been shown on Forbes, TED Talks, also BBC, BuzzFeed. A lot of people use this VPN. It's a great VPN. You can connect to so many different countries. I usually connect to European countries when I use a VPN, folks. I usually always connect to European servers every time. That's usually what I connect to, like Portugal, Netherlands, France, those type of servers. I never connect to the Asian servers or Asian countries. I always just connect to European countries. Because most European countries are for cryptocurrency and they don't have tough regulation yet. So you can connect to Binance and all these other exchanges. So I encourage you guys to check out NordVPN. It's not a lot of money, folks, to get a VPN, folks. It's not a lot of money. Their pricing, I think, is affordable. If you don't want to pay for the year or 2-year plan, you can do the monthly plan. That's how I started out first, and then I paid for the yearly plan. But you can start out with the monthly plan for the VPN. If you guys want to protect yourself, you should be using a VPN when you're trading, or even when you're searching the internet. It's imperative that you have a VPN. This protects your IP address, and it's very important that you do that. It prevents things from happening, like, you know, your email getting compromised, your trading accounts get compromised because someone has access to your IP address. That would suck, right? So in order to prevent that, get a VPN, okay? The next VPN that you guys can check out is called Proton VPN. This is a great VPN too. They have a lot of private servers. I also have a Proton private email, so this makes sense to also have this VPN also. I encourage you guys to check this out. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee if you do not like it. So this gives you an aspect of to check it out. They also give you the ability to set up a Proton email or Proton mail, which is a private email, folks. This is a private email. Also, Proton Drive, if you want to protect your stuff. If you want to keep your stuff off of Google Drive and not have your information given to Google, because they probably lend that information back out to people, put it on a Proton Drive. It's a private drive. Also, they have a private calendar and private mail for those who are looking to protect your funds or protect your information. Or protect just your access to things, folks. This is a great private VPN, private email for those who are trying to use this. I encourage you guys to get either one, to get the NordVPN or the Proton, and then also set up a Proton mail too. I encourage you guys to do it. It's a private email. Set up your private calendar, and instead of saving your things to the Google Drive, save it to Proton Drive. It's way more private and it's not going to Google's cloud server. Last but not least, when it comes to great VPNs, ExpressVPN is also a great VPN. They do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Also, a lot of these VPNs do offer that, which is great. Preferably, my favorite VPN is the Proton or the NordVPN. Not trying to be biased, but I've used both of them and they work great. But I wanted to give you guys a couple choices to choose from. For those who are looking to use, credible VPNs, again, Proton is great. NordVPN, also this one, which is ExpressVPN, works really good too. So you guys have some different choices to choose from. I definitely encourage you guys to get a VPN when you're trading, or get a VPN in general when you're just using the internet. It's this ideal. You got to protect your IP address. If you don't want yourself to go through a hack, or which has been happening a lot lately for a lot of people, then you got to protect yourself. And protecting your IP address is just the first step. Is this the first step in protecting yourself? There's other ways, 2FA authentication, and also some other things that you can do to protect your funds. Having a hardware wallet, putting your stuff in cold storage, and getting rid of your private keys and putting them offline instead of online. So it's going to be a great aspect and a great way just to protect yourself, folks. The next place that you can actually use, which is really well, and I use this too, it's a Tor browser. A lot of people are now probably like, what is this? Is this the deep web? Yes, it is. This actually gives you access to getting to the deep web and getting to those onion sites and everything like that. Now, I want to say this is very important. When you're using a Tor browser, and the Tor browser was actually created by the military. It was actually created by the Navy. Most people probably don't know that. But it was created by the military at first, and then they made it public later, after years later. But with the Tor browser, which is really important, folks, this also gives you another additional kind of sense of security of where you cannot be tracked. And it also shows you a lot of things on the internet that you cannot see on Google or just some other websites. There's some crazy stuff on this Tor browser and this Onion site. You can go get to like the WikiLinks or the Silk Roads and stuff like that on here. So I encourage you guys not to do that. Use this browser for the right purposes. Of course, people are going to use it for the wrong purposes, but this browser is an amazing browser. It helps you when you're looking to look at things that have been censored, or you're trying to get onto miscellaneous other websites that you cannot get onto because they are censored on other browsers. So folks, I encourage you guys to test out these places. Tor is great. When you're using Tor, I encourage you also to still continue to hook up to a VPN. Now on the Tor browser, which is really cool about the browser, is you can actually bounce off 3 locations. It has 3 different circuits that you can run that it'll just continue to bounce your IP address off of different places. But also, very important, just use a VPN. And to back it up, when you're trading, when you're doing anything with investing or anything with banking or online banking, folks, use a VPN. So folks, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. If there's any video content that you guys want me to create, let me know. Post it in the comment. If you guys want me to check out a project, I will check out that project for free. I'm not going to ask for anything to check out these projects like a lot of these influencers do, and they're burning their communities. I don't have time for that. I'm trying to give you guys intrinsic value so you can do well in the crypto space because I want you guys to win. So make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Get yourself a VPN, folks. I'll see you guys soon.